This is Voice for the People,
your window into the workings of Richmond City Council. So let's go over what happened at the September 22nd Richmond City Council meeting.
The informal meeting kicked off at 4 p.m. in City Council chambers.
And with a full agenda for the later formal City Council meeting, Council took this time to thoroughly discuss a variety of agenda items.
A key conversation focused on the real estate tax rate, which Council votes on every fall to assure the financial health of the city.
There were two ordinances before Council later that evening, one that maintained the current rate and another that lowered the rate.
Mayor Avula and Chief Administrative Officer Donald began the conversation by sharing a presentation. This showed how the real estate tax rate influences the city's fiscal plan and the impact changes might have on the fiscal year 2026 and 2027 budgets.
Richmond City Council then asked several questions to delve deeper into how these decisions are made and discussed how changes would affect the community.
The formal City Council meeting kicked off at 6 p.m. with all 9 council members in attendance.
All 10 spots were filled for the general public comment. Residents spoke about the rising cost of housing, the redevelopment of public housing, and concerns about public utilities.
There were 6 resolutions and 27 ordinances on the consent agenda, with 5 being continued to later dates.
And there were 7 ordinances on the regular agenda, with 6 being continued to later dates.
12 ordinances and resolutions were introduced and assigned to the various Richmond City Council standing committees.
Key conversations included
Richmond real estate tax rates. After discussions at the informal meeting, City Council decided to continue all legislation regarding the real estate tax rate to a future date. This gives them time to consider broader implications.
Next, you had agency budget review. This was co-patroned by 7 City Council members, and this legislation allows City Council to review the budget proposals that each city agency submits to the mayor in comparison to the mayor's final budget proposal that's presented each March.
The goal of this ordinance is to better steward public funds and inform City Council's consideration of the mayor's proposed budget.
Next, we had the Richmond Civilian Review Board. Council approved the appointments of the Richmond Civilian Review Board, and they will begin their training and work shortly.
Then, the Richmond Latin and Hispanic American Heritage Month. In a joint proclamation, Richmond City Council and the mayor established September 15 through October 15 as Richmond Latin and Hispanic Heritage Month.
This honors the important contribution this community has to Richmond's cultural richness.
If any of this is unfamiliar, or if you want to get in touch with your council member, check out rva.gov/Richmond-City-Council.
Documents, a recording of the Richmond City Council meeting, and info about future meetings can be found at richmondva.legistar.com.
The next City Council meeting will take place on Tuesday, October 14th at City Hall, the day after we celebrate Indigenous Peoples Day.
Follow Richmond City Council on Facebook and Instagram to keep up with all your local government activity.
This was Voice for the People.